first. I want to look up my Billy bookcase on IKEA's website and figure out how tall it is and ideally how wide it is, because I feel like I could do strip lights on the inside of the door. Now, I actually saw this on YouTube. If I go all the way up here and then like across the top, I feel like I could be onto something, because like there is enough of a gap. If I like shut the door and like look like this, there's a gap. But also the power point is blocked by this cabinet, so I need something ideally that is battery powered that I can either like sort of trickle out the side. Ideally it would have a remote, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that, and then like have a little connector just at the bottom somewhere so that I can switch it on and off, because it would be really nice to see this all lit up inside. I also want to try and figure out how I can like connect all of my diagon alley, because my street is broken up so that the light kit can work. Now this like thing at the back can be pushed, so I could like feed a cable down the back here, but you know, we'll work on that afterwards. Firstly, I just want to try and figure out if I can get some LED lights to put in here. I also have this whole Nanoleaf like line system that was very kindly gifted to me by Nanoleaf that I really want to display ideally on this wall, because then in the background while I'm doing like build streams and gaming streams, it can just look a little more lively. I can also utilize it then in like TikToks or like Instagram story, whatever I'm doing. Basically it will make a really nice little background, and because I'm really uncreative and really bad with shapes, I just did the one that was on the little plaque thing, because it's like some triangles. I thought that's really cool. I've like pieced it together, and now I need to figure out how to put it up on the wall, again ideally without my dad crucifying me, though I did give him a warning and I did tell him, hey dad, you're gonna need to help me here, so hopefully that works. But I'm really excited because that means my background's just gonna look a lot more colorful and lively like it used to. I'm excited. This is honestly just so much easier than actually like looking up the dimensions with a ruler. I wish I got the white ones. Okay, what's that? 80 by 202. That's 2 meters. I'm gonna need 4 meters for that. Are you serious? So that's like what, 4 meters plus 80. I'm gonna need 5 meters. That's doable. I feel like they usually go like 2 meters to like 5 meters in terms of length. So that actually should be pretty easy to find. I might go and look on Amazon first, because I know that they'll get delivered or something. Maybe I should also look at JB Hi-Fi's website, see what they've got. So I found these ones on Bunnings website, which are 5 meters, have different colors and adjustable white. However, it doesn't say if they're like USB or like power, so I'm gonna have to go in store and check, but I feel like these ones might be the ones. They're 50 bucks. There's also like $8 Kmart ones, but like I've used them before and the adhesive wasn't very good, so I kind of don't want to buy them again, and also they're on clearance, so I don't even know if they're gonna have them in store. So I feel like just Bunnings overall is a bit of a safer option for me, so I'll go and check later, but at least that portion is done, so now I can sort of move on to the actual rearranging of my shelves. So it's a couple of days later now. I went to Bunnings to look at the LED lights, and unfortunately they were power plugged. So I ordered 2 of the packs from Kmart, which were on clearance for $8, which was great. They should hopefully be on their way soon, but I did get a fun delivery today, which is probably going to go on the shelf once I'm done with it, and that is the good old Sanctum Sanctorum. Also, I did a build stream on the weekend and built the like Comic-Con Black Widow set, so I could put those minifigures on the shelf. Oh, I forgot I was making tea. I should do that. So back to what I was saying, I built the little Black Widow Comic-Con set, which overall, I think this set's really cool. I love the way that the vehicle's built. I mean, it's cute, though considering it's a Comic-Con set, it's abnormally expensive for what I feel like it could be. Overall, I like it. Am I going to put the set on display though? No, I'm literally just going to take the minifigures out of it. It's cool and all, but like, I don't really care that much about it. I really just bought this so that I could have the minifigures, because I wanted to have them and like really just round out my Marvel minifigure collection. So let's take them all off and add them to my shelf. The one area that I'm not really going to change that much is this shelf here, which is like full of all of my Marvel stuff. So I've got my Hall of Armor on the side here, which I've recently expanded to add another floor, which I just need to get the last couple of pieces on and like complete the roof and all of that. I've also got Bro Thor's house here, which ideally I'd love to get a little shelf behind here so that I can elevate like the Hulkbusters and Igor a little bit, and so that it's not quite as like blocked, I guess. And then on this side here, I have a Wicked Brick Billy Bookcase minifigure tier stand, which overall love the design. However, Wicked Brick have actually swapped out the studs and now they're all knockoff ones, which I'm not a big fan of at all. In fact, I'm like really quite frankly annoyed, considering I guess like, you know, this is a minifigure product. It's a premium product. We're really cheapening out here, especially when we all know that sort of like studs over a long period of time might cause like stress fractures on minifigs. I'm not happy. I would love to try and swap all of them out to actual Lego studs at some point, but I don't know if I can go through that effort. But I'm going to contact them about it, because I really just don't think that on minifigure displays days especially, like this is a good idea. But I've got some space up here. I've left some space for my Black Widow minifigs, which is where they're going. I've also left, I think, a little too much space at the top here where I've got Whiplash. So I don't know what will happen, but these are where my Black Widow minifigures are gonna go, and then for the most part this shelf will be done. Something else I built on that build stream was the Luke's lightsaber, which really I think is like Anakin's lightsaber, and I sort of want to plop it in here somewhere, but I don't really know where, so I'm just going to leave it there. I interrupt this video to now bring you upstairs to my old bedroom where I just had a panic the other week. Not even the other week, actually. It was like literally yesterday. I just looked at this room and looked at my Lego parts storage, and I hated it. I hated everything about it. It was messy. It looked ugly. Nothing matched. Everything was really disorganized, and I just knew that I needed to sit down and redo it. So instead of using what I already had, I decided to go to IKEA with my mum, and I purchased the good old, you know, stock standard, I feel like, Lego collector drawer unit at this point, and that is the white Alex drawers. Now, for anyone who, like me, got caught up in the YouTube beauty community several years ago, you would know that like the skinny ones are just like the standard for makeup products, just like the larger ones are the standard for Lego products. So then I ended up going to Kmart because I know that they have these like kitchen container drawer things that literally fit so perfectly in these Alex drawers. Like they are built for it. You can get them, you can get multiples of them and fill it up. And even though this is really big for like one, I guess, like piece in one color, because like I don't have that many parts, I bought a ton of them, so much so that I actually need to return like 8 of them. But I've been going through and sorting through everything, and I've been using like all the little tubs from my existing sort of like Spotlight and like craft store containers, because I think these work really well. I mean, these ones have got a divider for like smaller pieces, and then for like larger lots of pieces I'm using like these white ones. I've also got these skinny clear ones that I can use, and I'm just going through and filling them all in the drawers because I want my parts collection, again, to look aesthetic, to be neat, to be tidy. And I know so many of my friends have these drawers, and in every single household that I've seen them in, they look amazing. I mean, put it this way, even Tiago uses them, and Tiago is a Lego designer, or was a Lego designer, and I feel like if there's anyone you're going to copy for Lego part storage, it should be a Lego designer. So that's currently what I'm doing, and I feel like it's the perfect opportunity as well for me to catch up on all of the TV that I'm missing, because I'm behind on She-Hulk, I haven't even started House of Dragon, and I need to finish Rings of Power. There's a lot going on. Andor starts next week. I'm like, I've got a lot to do, and a lot of it is just like really mundane sorting. But honestly, you kind of get carried away with it, and you just like don't stop as you go along. It's really, really addicting. I've been sorting for many hours now, and everything is looking really good. I can get rid of these units. I'm feeling a lot better and still have a lot of space in this one. So after a long day of sorting, everything is done. We have a range of bricks in here. Next one down is mostly like plates and tiles. Unfortunately, not all of the drawers like come out super easy, so it's a bit of a pain, but I mean, I did pay significantly less for this. We have a range of just like miscellaneous parts, I guess. And down here is more of like the biggest sections where I've got more bulk bricks as well as sort of larger bricks. I've also got a couple of still containers free at the back there still, so like I've got lots of room to grow. Luckily, haven't even taken all the labels off. Same deal here, got lots of room to grow and just sort of dish out more parts. And then at the bottom is like a range of just like big plates and really giant. It is storage unit day today, and I'm just trying to gather everything I need to dump off. I also need to get a ton of stuff out because there is so much stuff that I want to sell. Am I too short in this frame right now? Probably. Hopefully that's better. I can't see anything in a viewfinder. So firstly, I'm just trying to like rearrange all of my storage drawers. I've got like just a bag of stuff to carry to drop off, mainly just like empty boxes so far. There's a couple of sets though that I want to drop off. Some are like stuff that I'll sell down the road, you know, once it's retired. Some stuff that are just, you know, no, I'm not going to build it anytime soon, but I know I'm not going to get rid of it either. I've been thinking about taking these guys off my shelf just because they're like so out of place, but I also don't want to put them in the storage unit, so I think I'll just shove them all in a storage container and probably put all the minifigures in a Ziploc bag. I also want to take Ollivanders from the original Diagon Alley set out of here because I don't really need that, nor do I think I'll keep my like Web Warriors Ultimate Battle Bridge set, which currently I had to demote to like the bottom shelf. I mean, everything up here I'm happy with. It's just everything else that I haven't been. I mean, the Marvel shelf's coming along quite nicely, so I'll leave that as is, but that's where I'm at currently. Kmart cancelled my order, so I'm no longer getting my LED battery powered sort of USB strip lights. So back to the drawing board on that. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't even know if I'm gonna end up putting lights in anymore, but you know, that plan failed, but I tried. I just wanted to have an aesthetic shelf and it's not happening, so yeah, not feeling too good. So while I can't do my strip lights, I thought I would, you know, actually hang up the lights that I do have and that do work. So thank you, Nanoleaf, for sending me this line kit. I put it together in a cool shape, but now I'm kind of debating not doing that shape after I saw a cool design when I watched my instructional video of how to hang it up. I downloaded the little app thing that they have, which basically gives you like these instructions on what shapes you can do with the amount of lines that you've got. I've got 9 lines and this is what I came up with, and by came up with I mean stole from the app. And overall I think it looks really cool, but then I saw this design that was like a circle thing and now I kind of want to do that. I also watched the instructional video, which was very helpful, and found out that the little adhesive pads on the back are sort of like command strips, so that's how you take it off. So my plan is I'm either going to put it by the Disney castle in like that cool circle or above my bed in a cool shape. And really I need to pick a spot that's like good for like my background. So I'm sort of leaning more towards my bed. I really should have put my laundry away, as well as, you know, this glass minifigure frame before I attempted to, you know, do this. So for reference, I'm sort of thinking about here-ish. Whoever decided I was a good person to do customizable lights was a terrible decision, because I can't make decisions to save my life. But like that pattern looks cool too. I genuinely don't know what to do. Oh, what about these ones? I really like this one and I really like this one. I don't know. I'm stumped. Let's go. Okay, yo, this looks so sick. So the light is up and I've been like playing around with the settings, and this is sort of what I've gone for now, because this just like sort of reminds me of my gaming channel and all of that, and just like the colors associated with it. Look, it's so cool. I was like playing around with everything. There's like so much customizability. I wanted to put it here as well so that it's in the background, and I'm really excited to film a video with it like this. Like this just adds so much personality, and I'm glad that colored lights are back in my room. I'm so excited. I love how this light turned out. I'm really happy I went for this design as well rather than my original. So again, thank you to Nanoleaf for gifting me this stuff. It's very cool. If you want to get your own, I'll leave a link in the description as well as the pinned comment, and sort of write it down here for you. They also gave me a discount code, so you can use code HOLLY10 if you want to get some for yourself. I love it. I'm very happy with how this turned out. It's just given my room so much more personality. I'm very excited. So now the last thing I want to do is basically just rearrange the last couple of sets I have. I mean, I've done my pieces, I've done my storage. It's looking so much better. I cannot tell you how much more calm it makes me feel, and just a lot more complete. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. Honestly, kind of annoyed at myself. Secondly, most of my shelf is looking good. I'm not happy with how my ships are, so that's a bit frustrating, but otherwise I'm feeling a lot better about my room. It's got a lot more personality. It's looking a lot more exciting. It's looking a lot more aesthetic and not just like a cluttered, nerdy room, which honestly is, you know, probably still what it's going to look like eventually, but at least it looks a little bit neater, a little bit better, and makes me feel nicer. And that was really the goal of this, because I was just bored of it. So I just finished my live stream where I built the good old Pizza Planet truck. I love this set. I have a spot to put it, and it's gonna be like a little Toy Story display. And so I'm really excited for it. And while I was sort of streaming as well, I was like talking and like showing a lot of my Disney and like Toy Story minifigures. So I kept a lot of them out just so I can have like, I guess, the original Woody and Buzz with like the molded heads, because I don't have them in my frame. I've also got the alien from the set, and I took my ham. I left the one in the set in its packaging. This one's technically the evil Dr. Porkchop one. I just took off the hat, and then we've got Rex from Toy Story 4 and Lotso, and I feel like I should sort of dress them outside the truck. Like, I don't want to put them in it, considering I feel like just the scale's awkward, and I know that's the way that the set worked, but like I kind of feel like just standing it on its own. So I'm about to dress my little shelf, and then that one is going to be all complete, which I'm very, very, very excited for. Though admittedly, I do want to film a review for this at some point, so I will sort of have to take it off again and do that with it, but you know, for now it can stay there. I am so happy with this shelf layout. This looks so cute, and I can still use the speaker, I can still access the knobs. I love it. I was just having like a look around Kmart, and I found the strip lights that they cancelled on me. I don't know if they're still going to be like the cheaper discounted price, but I mean, at this point, I mean, it's worth a try. I am so happy with this. I mean, admittedly, I did do this top corner a bit dodgy, but like for $22 from Kmart and to be USB powered, I just need to get like a separate switch thing. I'll probably buy that from like my bricks because I know they do like USB adapters and things like that. I'm so happy. This is amazing. So just as I've been trying to finish up, like making this bedroom just feel a lot, you know, better, more aesthetic, more stylized. Like I'm looking around at my room and I'm just seeing like junk and mess and clutter. And conveniently today, Architectural Digest have put out a video on Emma Chamberlain's house, and I'm just looking at it and I'm watching it while I'm building the sanctum, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Like there's a lot of color, there's a lot of personality, which is something that I've been trying to like, you know, put back into my room recently, but now it's making me just like want to like go and readjust my room even more. Like I'm kind of debating like getting rid of the bugle and moving that somewhere else just so that that space is a little bit cleaner. Like I really want to just go through and get rid of like all of the junk that I just had lying around, really make things a little bit neater, a little bit more clean and fresh, and again just like stylize everything a bit more, like put a bit more of like my personality in there, which is hard to do with Lego. It's not impossible, but it's not easy either. At least I've found with like trying to make my room, you know, feel nice and also feel clean and not like overly cluttered or just like boring, because I feel like with Lego it's so easy just to put things on a shelf and, you know, not really have like that much personality or life to it. Like it's not really stylized. Like you can just place things in there, which like there are some areas I think on my shelves that I think I've done a really good job with, but there's also a lot of areas where I feel like I've just put things there just for the sake of it. And like just watching this video as well, like everything is so clean and so nice, and like look, I've got like weights and like my bag and like a pile of trash that I've been trying to get rid of on the floor. Like it's ridiculous. So my entire Lego display is now officially complete. I really feel like just the final touch was being able to like connect my light kit to work in between the floors, which was shockingly easy. So I'm really glad about that. Just having the lights in the shelf adds so much to this room, as well as the Nanoleaf light on the wall. They add a lot of personality and really bring it to life. And I didn't realize it was going to make that big of a difference, but it did. I've also cleaned up my entire room and like even like my Lego space upstairs. So the drawers are in, and having my collection organized and having everything displayed and like placed properly with intent just makes this room feel so much more aesthetic and nice and clean and alive, and I love it. In Lego collecting, like firstly you got to buy the set, then you've got to buy stuff to store the set, then you've got to buy stuff to display the set and then light the set, and just like there's a lot of money that goes into this hobby and this display, but everything looks like it has a place now and doesn't just look like clutter. So, you know, big win for me here. This whole process like ended up taking like 3 weeks in total. So it did take me a while to get to this point, but I'm so happy with how my room is looking. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below. And be sure as well to check out Nanoleaf in the description below. It's also currently lighting my entire right-hand side because I forgot to turn lights on and the sun is setting. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later.